What's up, guys? Big, bad Bathurst bird here. Racing in Bathurst today. We've already got Pete on the stream. Hey, Peter. Good to see you. This one's going to be my last race of the season. I'm not sure when the next season kicks off, but I don't think it's too far away. This one will be fun. Bathurst is a tricky track. Very, very difficult. It's really hard to overtake in the top half of the track. And if you don't get a run out of Forest's Elbow, then it's almost impossible to overtake down the straight too. And that kind of sets everybody's nerves on edge, makes them feel a little bit shot. So this will be a really interesting race. We're going to try not to bin it. I do actually have a strategy this time, so that's great. But I'm excited. If you are Australian and particularly living in central west New South Wales, you'll know that Bathurst race day is basically Christmas. It's just that in this version of Christmas, Santa Claus gets drunk and punches on with somebody over their choice of manufacturer. It's a really great time for the whole family. And we're about to participate in it. Should be good. There's some pretty fast drivers in this split. I've seen a few of these guys before. Fairly clean all around, if I remember right. I will try to also be clean as well. See how that goes. Seems awfully quiet. I'm just going to see what I can do about that. You'll see a blue screen for a second. That'd be why, because it's not coming through my headphones. There we go. Do a quick warm-up. Hope you guys can still hear me. Let me know if you can't. I'll see what I can do about that. So that was pretty cool. Two people got a little bit bent out of shape and both of them sort of moved out of the way for a car that was coming behind them and had a bit more pace still. So we're in a respectful lobby by the look of things. That's great. See what kind of qualifying lap we can put together. Probably a garbage one, I'm not going to lie. I'm actually driving the Porsche and the Porsche is absolutely not my fastest car around this track. Thing is, it's great on tyres. It's really good. It's so good on fuel that we're not going to have to manage fuel this time, so there won't be any embarrassing repeats of last race because that was pretty trash. Oh, yuck. I'm glad we're on the outlap because this is pretty ordinary. Nice and easy, no need to shred the tyres on the outlap, doesn't count towards your qualifying lap. Oh no. Somebody's already barged somebody else straight off the track by the look of things. I only caught the tail end of whatever just happened, but it didn't look friendly. Thanks, mate. Somebody's gone off and I almost followed him. He is going to abandon that lap. So that's okay, I was a bit worried he might slow us down. You do love to see some good sportsmanship. 6th for our first quali lap. It's not bad. You might notice I'm bouncing it off the limiter around that corner. It's because I'm still accelerating. I'm getting that little bit of wheel spin, but what I'm also getting while it's bouncing off the limiter is just that little bit of acceleration that it's got left before it actually hits a hard limit and can't rev anymore. It's only worth half a tenth, maybe, but that's still half a tenth that I would like off my qualifying time. So it's about 124 kilometers an hour before you shift out of first gear and into second. Even if the wheels are spinning and it's bouncing off the limiter, you wait until you get to speed first. Eddie's absolutely moving, but has also come a bit unstuck and has also decided to abandon the lap so I can get past him. Thanks, Eddie, that's really cool. I'm not on a super fast lap this time, if I'm honest. I think I'm probably on for another 2:04. Ugh. Yuck. Okay, I'll be trying to make this lap count. I might even be able to get a slipstream from whoever's in front of me. It looks like I will. I'll get a bit of a tow up the straight and probably down the back straight as well, as long as I don't bin it through the top of the mountain and lose him. Oh, touched the wall a bit. Nothing too bad. Oh no, excuse me. There goes the tow down the straight. Although, this guy in second on the grid will probably give me a great tow. Nah, it's no good. I don't think I'm going to get a better quali time than I've already got. Tell you what, it's a lot better than we've done for the rest of the season. And for the rest of the season, we have, of course, brought a pretty good result back from a qualifying disaster. Well, yeah, that's a slow lap on our hands this time. That's the last lap of the quali. Hopefully I don't lose any positions. It'd be nice to have a decent quali. This will also be only my second FIA race in the top split. There's no doubt these guys are going to be faster than me. And that'll do it. 14th. So, the reason I picked a car that I know is not going to qualify well, I mean, how many other Porsches do you see on this lineup? Is that it's such a planted and balanced car. It's a mid-engine car, so it's got really good weight distribution. It's also a rear-wheel drive, so it actually rotates really well. So I'm really consistent in it, and I have a pit strategy this time, which is going to be a 5-6-4 split. We're starting on soft tyres. We're going to run out 5 laps on those. By the time we get to the end of that first stint, the pack should be pretty well split up, and everybody will be sort of be settled into their race positions and trying to make up ground wherever they can. And then we'll do 6 laps on medium tyres, which are a little bit slower, but not by too much actually in this car, because it's such a balanced car. We'll just make sure we're set up properly. Soft tyres. Cool. 1,400 points up for grabs in this race, so we'll be not in the top split, close enough to it. And then at the end of our 6-lap stint on the medium tyres, we'll get back on soft tyres and run out 4 laps. We won't be taking on any fuel this time. I know for a fact that some of these people will actually be taking on fuel. They will be having more of a hard time with tyres. I should be able to make up a bit of ground there. Although, of course, it does make me a bit nervous that I'm the only person who chose the Porsche. Go figure. We have a rolling start this time, and I think it's because grid starts on Mount Panorama tend to cause hell into Hell Corner, which of course is why it's called Hell Corner. Half the grid would just get wiped out, honestly. A rolling start's probably the best way to start this race. Now, of course, I'm in 14th place, so what that means for me is that when I start the race, I could still be coming around Murray's Corner, which means I have to be so careful, otherwise I could lose the tail end of the car and just bin it immediately. Shinobi, I had a good battle with Shinobi in the rain. There it is. In what, round 3, I think it was, Nürburgring in the wet. I don't think it was the one that I streamed though. I'm going to try not to get torpedoed from behind. I'm going to try not to ruin anybody else's race. We haven't ruined anybody else's race so far, so happy about that. Wow, somebody's gone the wrong way completely. You've got to be kidding me. He's driving to Bathurst. Surely that's a glitch. I don't believe for a second that an actual person just drove a car off the wrong side of the racetrack. Getting a good slipstream up here. I'm not prepared to have a battle into turn 3, so off the throttle now. Oh, jeez. Looks like I might have a battle up here anyway. Oh, never mind. Pardon me. I'm going to go defensive through here. Spinning the wheels on the way out of the cutting. Not too fast, because you will absolutely lose it if you spin them too fast. But there we go. 3 positions, sorry. I forgot how to math. He's run a little wide. Might be our next position. There it is. I guess I'm just going to Stephen Bradbury my way all the way to the finish line. That'd be nice. If everybody would like to keep handing me positions, I mean, I'm cool with that, you know. I won't get mad about it, I promise. No torpedoes through the chase, that's lovely. Good driving all round. Spinning the wheels out of there. We have survived the first lap of a race in Bathurst. This is something to write home about, guys. Dead set. Just happy days all around. St. Nicole behind me in the Mustang probably has a lot more torque than I do. He is going to get a better run up this hill. Shit. Sugar is what I said there. This is a family-friendly stream, people. Oh, thanks. Appreciate it. We are safely back in 14th where we belong. Oh no, we are bent out of shape again. We've now been overtaken by almost all of the people who binned it on the first lap, so I guess it was my turn to bin it. Just restoring the natural order of things. Unlucky. That's bound to happen every now and then. It is so hard to get that run out properly. All you have to do is put one wheel over that curb and it's game over. Oh boy. Trying to do a bit of a game over for myself here. I've just adjusted my brake balance closer to the front because, as you can see, my rear tyres are wearing away a lot faster than my front tyres. However, they're still pretty balanced in comparison to a lot of the other cars that I tested around this track. As expected, we're doing just fine for fuel. We won't be taking on any more fuel this race. I could have got a better run out of Hell Corner there. That's going to cost me a couple of tenths. Oh, so's that short shift. Maybe I should put my game face on. We're getting real bent out of shape now. My tyres aren't going off the cliff, but they are getting a bit rough, so we're still going to get 5 laps out of them though. That was the plan and I am going to stick to it. I know I can drive on some tyres that are in a lot worse shape than these ones. Losing pace though. Two in the pits already. That's an interesting strategy. They must be having some serious tyre problems. They're going to be on a 3-stop strategy. I'm just going to drive out the rest of this lap like somebody whose tyres have gone off the cliff. And then we'll get to the pit safely for our first pit stop of the race. It'll be the first of 2 pit stops this race. So for this event, the medium tyre is mandatory. If we don't throw on mediums, we will be slapped with a 20-second penalty at the end of this race. It's brutal, you don't want to get one. that's a bit rough, but oh well. I hope he wasn't too keen. He might have got a penalty for that, cutting across the pit lane entry like that. 12th has a 1.5 second penalty, and that's going to put him comfortably behind us. So this is certainly a better start than it could have been. I'm pretty sure that's the guy that forced me out wide. Although, every time I've said that on a stream, I've been wrong. So you know what, never mind. You're fine, dude. Don't even worry about it. Don't lose it. I love that corner. I'd like to try and explain why, but it's very hard to do that and drive. It's just the way you dive into it, the dipper. And that's why they call it the dipper, obviously. If you cut as close as you can to the wall, it rotates your car a lot further than you would think possible if it weren't for that sharp drop and the camber inwards. Oh boy, this is going to be rough. I'll try and keep it clean. Deeper on the brakes. Ah! We're good. I'll, of course, let him back across me, though, because I screwed up. He's probably got a better run out of that corner than I do. Yeah, that's fair, if I'm honest. Oh, come on. Hurry up. No funny business. Everything about driving in dirty air on Bathurst is so difficult. Honestly, it's a hair trigger. You could slip out and just lose it for reasons you can't possibly understand. And that's pretty much the theme of things around every corner on this track, especially when you're in dirty air. It does make it fun. No, come on. Can I pull a move here? Nah. And just like that, if you want to pull a move and you see that you can't make it, please don't keep trying. You're not Daniel Ricciardo. Just got to be patient, that's all. You get other opportunities. As this Nightwalker in front of me is getting a little bit bent out of shape around some of these corners, so maybe I can force a mistake if I keep the pressure on. And I do have the pressure on. Although he is handling the pressure exceptionally well, to his credit. So that's cool. Whoa, dude. Easy on the brakes. And of course we have somebody dead on our tail now because this battle's happening, so I've got to attack in the front and defend from behind. One thing I really don't like is losing a position because I got swallowed up by the rest of the pack while I was busy battling. I don't know, maybe we should work together and I should bump draft the guy. Or maybe I should send it up the outside. That's my apex, I'll take it, thank you. Left room on the outside, let's be respectful. Oh, torpedo from PanMac. That's unfortunate. Probably an accident. That kind of stuff does happen here on Bathurst. Rough, honestly. You hate to see it. This is just the nature of the beast, honestly. Bathurst just leaves you with your nerves shot. There's nothing easy about this track. It's one of the hardest in all of motorsport. But we do now have a lead that I'm pretty sure I'll keep for the rest of the race. And now that I'm not battling, I can sort of get to work on bleeding tenths off the car in front. Ooh, close. We're a lot cleaner now than we were in the first few laps. That's nice. There's that rotation I was talking about. And as soon as you start that rotation, you just absolutely feed it and spin up your wheels and you'll get a great run out of that corner and into Forest Elbow. That wasn't a great run out of Forest Elbow though. My bad. Tyres are in good shape, 2 more laps on them. And then we're back on soft. Get to work on some of this pace that we lost when we binned it. Oh, let's keep it together. The tyres are in great shape at this point in the race. They're not as worn out as I got them in practice. I guess I was probably driving a little bit harder in practice. But you know, once bitten, twice shy. I've already crashed, what, twice? Let's not do that again. Nice and conservative. Just going for good, clean, consistent pace. Getting a lot of snappy oversteer this time. Somebody's binned it. Yellow flag. Alright, one more straight, couple more corners, and then we get new tyres. And they're soft tyres too, so we can put some more pace down. A consistent 205's cool. It could be faster. I know it can still be faster even on the medium tyres. We will get faster again on the soft tyres though. Whoa. Braking at the 150 metre board for this pit entry, because if you screw up this pit entry, your race is over. Like, you've just completely missed your pit stop and you've trashed your car in the process. No more fuel, as you can see. 5.3 laps is perfectly fine. Absolute pedal to the metal for the rest of the race. That's what we got going on here. PanMac is screaming along. To have had a 5-second penalty and still have the track position that they have right now. Of course, maybe they didn't pit in between my two pit stops. Oh, yuck. Cold tyres, maybe. I mean, if he's on bad tyres, he's doing well to be so close behind me on fresh tyres. I just hope this doesn't become a torpedo. Why do I feel so nervous right now? He's got a slipstream and I don't. I think he's going to get me. He's at least going to try, so I'm going to go defensive here. Got me. No! He did not. He followed me onto that curb. And then got bent out of shape out of the cutting. He's not liking my defensive driving here. If I fed it through that one like I did through all of the others, that would have binned me. I just got a little too much rotation. Certainly more than I was comfortable with. It's just that split-second decision not to touch the throttle probably just saved my race. We might be able to get doors. We've got the pace advantage for sure. I see nobody else is on the same pit strategy as me. PanMac does not have slipstream on me, he's not close enough. Although I am falling away from Dorsey. It's hard to decide whether to hold that. Once your inside wheels touch that cornerstone and you start to get a little out of shape, it's a really hard decision to make. Do I hold the line or not? That time we did. A little bit of finesse on the steering wheel kept us in a more or less straight line. Oh. Stephen Bradbury strikes again. Oh, come on. Doing my best to ruin that for myself. Oh, double Stephen Bradbury. There is one position. Don't do it. That was fair. He was trying to force a mistake, but he wasn't going to actually push me off the road. That intent wasn't there. He was just keeping me in check. Now that penalty up ahead's going to play right into our hands. Eddie, what happened? Oh, this is going to be rough. Oh, sorry. My bad. Got a bit crossed up there. I think we certainly did all right to hold that for as long as we did. Like 2 abreast through that section of the track is not easy. Like you almost just know something. Whoa! What the? Okay, righto. Whatever. I have no idea what the hell just happened. He just ceased to exist. I think he actually just rage quit. Oh, okay, goodbye. Wow. And just like that, PanMac's gonna get me. That, oh, I'm disappointed in that. That was not cool at all. Oh, That sucks. Oh, we got some penalties up ahead. Yeah, okay, so Eddie just quit out of the game, as you can see by the fact that he disappeared, but before he did, he pressed start, which caused his car to decelerate. I slammed into the back of it and immediately lost a few positions. That's really rough. What can you do? I mean, he could have just like waited before he rage quit. We are... Oh no. See, I've completely lost my cool there because I was a bit upset by that. 12th. I mean, we qualified 14th. Let's do a skid. Certainly not the worst result of the season. The last one was absolutely the worst. Not the best. So, definitely should have come 8th. It's really disappointing that Eddie just rage quit. Probably could have waited until he was out of the way or at least on the straight, but he just straight up quit the session, causing him to decelerate in front of me and me to slam into the back of him. Immediately lost a few positions. Scratched up the car a little bit. I don't mind. That's actually a lot of points, and that's because we're in the A ranks now, so you get far more points. Happy with that. I'll definitely do at least the second heat of this race. Doesn't surprise me at all that I'm not as fast as half the people on this grid, because we are in Australia and Bathurst is of course sacred. So the absolute best of the best would have been out in force. Eddie just straight up rage quit. He just left the session. Sportsmanship rating just went down to E, so he's obviously not in good shape. How's our rating? A, S. That's cool. Save that replay. I'm going to be making a video that won't be so much a stream, but actually sort of like a short form video essay on a couple of things you pick up when you do this for a while. That should be fun, and that'll be out soon. I'd give it like a week, maybe 2 weeks. Depends how long it takes me to get it together, although I don't think it'll be too long. Just going to see what's happened to our rating here, our driver rating. So that was our second FIA race in the A class ranking. Yeah, it went down. Not actually by much. It went down, what, 100 points, so we're still A ranked. Cool. Yeah, always fun. So disappointed by that collision there. Feeling a little salty about that. But, of course, there's more heats. And hopefully, like, that's never going to happen again. You couldn't make that happen twice. I've never seen it happen before. Almost definitely no one's ever going to rage quit from directly in front of me ever again. So I'm sure it'll be the last time. That was fun. So that rounds out the season for me. So we've brought home some pretty good championship points for Australia. Not so many for Porsche. You can probably see that I only actually participated in half of this season. And that's because it's my first ever season. So I got, what? I scored points in 5 races this season for Australia. And I scored points in 3 races this season for Porsche. And that one was Dragon Trail, which was an absolute unmitigated, intractable catastrophe. Could not possibly have gone any worse. It was a total bin job of a race. And this one wasn't much better, but it was still better. And we had an absolute blinder of a start to the season. So we got less points for those races than we got for this race, but that's because in this race I'm in a higher rank. So A-Class, I had a look at it, and it puts you in the top 2% of drivers in the world out of sort of a fluctuation between 500,000 and 1 million people who participate in Gran Turismo every week, in Gran Turismo Sport mode and race each other online. Being A-ranked puts you in the top 20,000. And for my first ever FIA series on my trusty race rig that I've had for a minute, I'm stoked, honestly. Obviously disappointing end of the season, but absolutely stoked. There are still 2 races left. There's one more Nations Cup race and there's one more Manufacturer Series race. But if I remember rightly, I am absolute garbage at both of those tracks. So I got a lot to learn. And that's the theme for things here. I got a lot to learn about racing. But rounding out my first ever season, A-ranked as a driver, S-ranked as a sportsman, with some actual championship points. I don't know where that puts me on the table, but I'm thrilled. I'm definitely going to do next season with a lot more enthusiasm, a lot more seriousness. We're going to practice a lot harder. We're going to drive a lot harder. We're going to crash a lot less. We are going to go fast, and we are going to not bin it. Thanks heaps for watching, guys. That was cool. There's a few people on that stream, I think more than the last couple of times, which is obviously radical. I really appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys next season.